Oh yeah.
Welcome to Horror Tube.
And we are in episode 3.
Number 3.
Number 3. As usual, we are at Josh's house this time.
Our outdoorsy podcast.
Our outdoors podcast where we are completely fucking unscripted and unhinged.
Man, when it's warm out, it's going to be so nice doing this.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking awesome.
On this beautiful afternoon on Saturday.
Right now, we are both currently in winter gear. It's snowing. And we're standing under his garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
So
we're jacking it.
And we're jacking it. We're jacking it.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you got jackets on? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We're high.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
I'm Josh.
I'm Rob. And Josh already said this is hard to you. Today, we're going to discuss our horror origins.
It
Right?
sounds like we're some kind of characters in a horror film.
Right. Well, I mean, we are. We're fucking alive.
True.
And we live in
This
the
dark-ass
armpit.
world.
We live in the armpit of the United States.
Mm.
So, yeah.
So I guess I can start.
Yeah. This episode, we're basically going to be talking about, as it says, our horror origins, like what got us into horror.
Oh, yeah.
What's keeping us in horror. Maybe how we feel horror can evolve. I mean, we don't know where this conversation is going to take us. So,
Sit on down and I'll give you the scoop. But what's that? It's called the loop-de-loop. You gotta take a lace in each hand. I don't know why I wanted to do that.
it's fine. I understand. You're going to hear us drinking coffee, too.
Enjoy the clanks.
Enjoy the ASMR that the show provides, free of charge.
Is it me sipping my coffee or is it my wet pussy? In game, of course.
In-game wet pussy. So, yeah, if you want to start, bro, go for it.
So, we've discussed a little bit on the horror wars.
Horror Wars and Horror Tube, actually.
Yeah.
So check the archives.
The way that I got into horror was through video games.
Yep.
My dad had played Mortal Kombat, which is technically horror fighting.
Yeah.
And he played Resident Evil, all of them. And they used to scare me so much that one time I came into the living room and looked in, and he was playing Resident Evil. And in the very first game, you know, when the zombie slow turns its head and looks up at you?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I screamed, ran down to the room and was so scared, I fell asleep in the bed.
Oh, my God.
But that's kind of what, I was scared of it. And then when Soul Reaver started to come out is when I took a little bit more interest, but I was still scared to death. And then I think around the time that Resident Evil 4 came out is when I finally had the stones to play. It took me to be about 13, but I was like, it's time for horror.
That was like 2004, right?
Yes.
2004?
Which is around the time Dawn of the Dead remake came out, which I watched with my mom all the time.
Right.
And that's another thing. That's probably, I would say, the movie that got me into liking horror.
Now, but you also had, before that, Hide and Seek.
The same era.
Right. 2005, 2004.
So the next year,
Yeah.
So I had Hide and Seek and I had Dawn of the Dead remake. And those two were pretty much the ones that got me into it. Because then not long after that is when Freddy vs. Jason came out. And
Freddy vs. Jason was 03.
was it?
Yep.
So
That
maybe it was before that then.
That was me and Brand's first date.
I always thought that was after. Okay. So no, then I would say Freddy vs. Jason got me into like the movie side of horror. Because of the boobs.
Because of the boobs.
So. And there was nudity and nice little butts.
True.
In game. No,
In
but
game.
seriously though, the women in that movie are super attractive. It's got Kelly Rowland in it, bro.
Mm-hmm. Who's also super fucking attractive.
Freddy vs. Jason is one of the first like blue balled horror sequels you'd want. Because like, oh shit, Freddy's alive and we're never making another one.
Right. Oh God, could you imagine if they made like Remake Freddy versus remake Jason.
Remake Jason would fuck the new Freddy in the butthole.
Remake Jason would not give a fuck about shit,
Nope.
dude.
Oh, cool. You made me my small self. I'll just kill you with an axe with that, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Right, yeah.
Hydrophobia? Nah.
Yeah. Remake Jason would fucking trounce remake Freddy. So, with that, like, what kept you in horror over the years?
Horror video games.
Horror video games?
Outlast, stuff like that. I started to watch, like, Let's Plays and stuff of PC horror games I could never play, you know. I don't have, not that I can never play, but I don't have a PC. And it's a whole bunch of new stuff, and it led me to all these other games, which led me to anime series and blah, blah, blah. But besides horror games, it was this podcast. This is what got me more, or doing Horror Wars, because it let me kind of learn more about the world of horror, including like producers and production studios and stuff. Because now when I see news about it, I'm like, oh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
You know, names I'm starting to like recognize all the time in this shit.
That's fucking dope, man.
So that has led me to liking it more, which lets me buy more horror games, which leads me to watching more horror stuff.
Right.
And here we are.
And then, as we've also discussed in the archives, before, like literally about 6 months, maybe 7 months before we started doing Horror Wars, you started listening to fucking, or watching the YouTube videos.
Oh, you're talking about Dead Meat?
Dead Meat, yeah.
That was about a year or two before that.
Okay, yeah.
About a year or two before that, I started, and I was watching those all the time too, yeah.
Yeah.
Dead Meat really got me into knowing, that's why I know some about like the original Halloween and stuff. That's why I know a little bit before I watched the whole thing.
Right.
Because of that. Because it pretty much covers the whole movie, just
Yeah.
without the audio.
Yeah. You know they have a podcast too, right?
Yeah. Oh, I watch it, trust.
Yeah.
It's one of my cardio podcasts.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Where do you see your love of horror going? Like, are you finding yourself attracted to different type of horror than you previously were? Like, let's say when you got into horror, you were more on the serial killers, but now you like, paranormal. Like, you know.
I feel like, okay, so back in the day, my most liked stuff was like Saw, Final Destination, torture porn.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of got me into it because it was so shocking to me. But I was interested in like the way they did it, and that's what kind of made me like practical horror effects compared to other
Okay,
ones.
so that's where your love
Right.
of practical comes from. You're not like a standard Jim Henson practical effect lover or H.R. Geiger or anything like that. Your practical effects are because of that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
So now I would say I'm a little bit more into the kind of culty ones, kind of like Midsommar and stuff like that, where it's just like a weird culture and it's got. But I still like the aspect of like towards the end of the not Final Destination, Hostel, those kind of ones.
Right.
And I would look for stuff that kind of has gore as intense as that, but as long as it stays along that weird culty deity type shit we're going through, like even with Smile and stuff like that.
Right.
Those are kind of more my thing.
Okay.
So compared to that, I would say I'm less into the super graphic gore.
Right.
But if you had some nice shots in, like the slash in the throat and Smiles, most recent example, something like that. So along those lines, the psychological side to it more.
Okay. So in that vein, like the original Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those type of movies. They're not cult full on.
Yeah.
So when you watch Infinity Pool, you're probably gonna fucking love it, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're probably gonna fucking love Infinity.
I'm probably going to watch that tonight.
I watched it twice because it's one of those. Man, I really don't want to say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. You're gonna want to watch it twice because you're gonna want to make sure you saw things that you saw, and you're gonna want to make sure the things that you did see make sense.
Will this be a potential in the future, in like 5 years, be a hidden gem that people will like watch once and forget about, but it's actually better than people give it credit, or it gets left in the dust?
You know what I think we should classify as a hidden gem? Speaking of movies like that, and I went back and watched recently. And it's coming up on the 20th anniversary. They're releasing a 4K collector's edition. And that collector's edition comes with, when I say this, you're going to know immediately what I'm going to talk about. It comes with a collector's Captain Spaulding.
Oh, shit.
I think House of a Thousand Corpses should be considered a hidden gem, bro.
Yeah,
I really do.
I don't really ever hear people talk about it. In my life, like seriously, besides us talking, and it was only within this past year, I've met one other person that knew what the Devil's Rejects were. They had a Devil's Rejects poster. And I've met plenty of people, and I've never heard anyone bring up any Rob Zombie film besides Halloween.
And the funny thing is, Devil's Rejects is probably his most famous one. I would dare say he's more famous for Devil's Rejects than he is for Halloween.
Yeah.
He's very infamous for Halloween 2 and the Munsters.
Yeah.
But that's shocking. But even less people know
House of a Thousand Corpses.
House of a Thousand Corpses is where they came from.
Right, yeah, yeah.
And even less people know that they actually came from a song that he did a year or two before House of a Thousand Corpses even came out.
Nice.
So, anyway, I think we should consider House of a Thousand Corpses for a hidden gem.
Okay, fair enough.
You think it should qualify? Yeah. All right. I mean, we both love the fucking movie. You know.
Fish, the mermaid man.
Word.
You want to know the weird part is, and this is still sticking with a horror game that I dealt with in my life that kept me in it. There's a scene in one of the Onimusha games, the very first one, where, you know, like what the fuck was his name? Like the devil of that, the main one that they never really showed.
Yeah.
They had a dude that looked like that in Onimusha. And those two movies and that, I don't know why I feel like they're somehow connected. It's weird as shit. Because they're running the same way. It's so weird. You gotta look up the cutscene for it. It's the Onimusha, Samurai Warrior, and then it's like doctor scene. And it's fucking crazy. It'll remind you of House of a Thousand Corpses. It's weird.
Huh. That's fucking weird. Do you see yourself getting away from your current, like...
Not at the moment. Because, like, you mean the genre and type I like now?
Right.
Like, not for the foreseeable future, because a lot of it is being a little, like, a lot of the movies kind of feel the same. It's like it's like a lot of political stuff, and I don't mind it in movies, but sometimes it's like in every horror movie now. Like,
Right.
what was, the one that we talked about? Sick.
Yeah.
Like, that one I didn't mind, but it was like, really, that's
Right.
that's the reason this family is killing all these people. Like,
Right.
So right now, besides Smile, there aren't any other ones that really would tear me away from what I like. Because
Gotcha.
like I've wanted to watch that Winnie the Pooh horror film, but I heard that's terrible.
Even worse than fucking the goddamn Grinch one that we went to go see.
Yeah.
The mean one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
that was such a
Glad we
fucking
didn't fucking
disappointment.
pay for that.
Facts.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Thank you, Ken,
Yeah.
for that. Appreciate that.
So is there anything else you would like to add on to your portion of your horror origins?
I just want to say that horror kind of saved me a little bit because it gave me something to kind of have a new hobby with. Because, you know, gaming all my life and all that shit, you know, eventually it's kind of just like, it's only fun for so long.
Right.
Now horror gives me something I can watch when I have nothing else to do. You know what I mean? If I'm at work and I have the time to, I can listen to it in my headphones while I'm doing my work.
Right.
So.
And you want to know something else that's an aspect of horror that I don't think either you and I thought about, and I just thought about it. Fucking Destiny. If you hear any weird noises, Josh decided to scratch his back like a bear. Destiny has a lot of horror elements, and when we started playing Destiny, Dark Below was the big raid, and then fucking King's Fall.
Yeah, King's Fall was when I came back.
Like, all that shit right there is
Yeah.
could be considered a horror, man. Like, and that's gods, that's deities,
And they look like demons.
and they look like fucking demons, you know.
And they have a Halloween event.
And I have a Halloween event.
Festival of the Lost.
And Shadowkeep was all about even worse looking ones that looked more like
PTSD
demons.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That was fucking crazy. So I've talked a little bit about my horror origins.
Origin.
But I haven't really talked a lot about them. You can hear bits and pieces of it in the archives.
At Horror Wars on the Riffing on Horror Network.
Yep. So my first clash with a horror film,
Clash.
I had I don't remember. I think it was My Buddy.
You got a Chucky doll? No.
Was it My Buddy in the Chucky movies?
No.
What was it?
I don't remember. It's like I can see it, but my brain won't spell
Right.
the words out for me.
Right. But I had a real version of that because whatever one it was Child's Play was based off of that toy. So I had a real version of that, and my dad was watching Child's Play, and I was like 4 years old, 3, 4, something around that area, and I saw my friend like kill somebody.
Oh, well, I'm going to throw this in the trash forever.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I threw it into the closet, and I didn't want to see him ever again. And my dad said he threw him out, and about like 5 years after that, I went into the attic and found him in a fucking box. So that was horrifying.
What's up, you little shit?
Yeah. But
Taco meat.
a lot of people don't know this. What kind of kept me going in horror was we had a place in Bridgeton called West Coast Video.
Oh my God.
Right. West Coast
Throwback.
Video was right next to Carmelo's. Okay. My mom worked at Carmelo's.
Oh, shit.
And
Oh, she would come home with pizza and movies.
so, no, she wouldn't come home. My dad had his tattoo shop. He had East Coast Tattoo in Bridgeton.
Shout out to the fam.
Right.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to both of them. So while my mom was working, I would go next door to West Coast Video. And Shannon was the manager of the place, and she was like one of my mom's really good friends. So I would go around putting the movies back behind the boxes. Okay? Because when the concept of video renting first hit, they had the movies in the plastic boxes and then the case for the movie in front of it. And it would have like 3 copies behind the
clear
plastic
bitches.
boxes or whatever. Yeah. Because eventually it evolved into tags. And then eventually it evolved into...
Just like DVD cases.
Right, just DVD cases, and you take it up to the front and they give you your copy. For those that don't know about the history of
Dating our age.
video rentals, yeah. Let's go back even further real quick. I don't know of a lot of places that had this. If you have, shout us out or something. But we had this dude who had a fucking minivan. And he would drive around.
Oh, he would let you rent movies and shit. from the
Videos
back,
on
right?
wheels. And he had copies of movies, he had video games, he had systems, he had all sorts of
Yep.
shit. And he kept like an itinerary of everything that he had and who
Yep.
he paid and this and that and da-da-da. And that was before video renting became a thing. Dude was making money with this
Fucking-
shit.
My parents did that shit.
Yeah,
Same dude, literally.
Yeah,
'cause we
oh
lived
my
in
God,
Brookston.
that's fucking great.
lived
That's
in
fucking
Brookston,
awesome. I love that for us. So, yeah, but my mom would let me go over there, and Sharon would have me basically go to work and put the movies back. So I would get free rentals for doing that. Well, you know, putting back horror movies, I got very interested in them. And I was not allowed to watch them, of course, because I was like 5, 6 years old. But
child labor laws were different back then.
but basically, when I weirdly enough like put my foot down and was like, I want to see a horror movie. I'm tired of putting them back and not being able to rent them. And my mom was like, all right, you know what? If you want to see a horror movie so bad, you get a horror movie. And if you can't sleep tonight, I don't want to hear anything about it. So the first movie I picked up was Friday the 13th, Part 8.
God damn.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
That's one with the boxing match, right? Where he fights the dude
where
on the
he
bridge?
fights the dude on the fucking bridge.
Nice.
Or was it the top of the building?
Yeah, I think it was the top of a building. But I think it's like from the bottom of it.
Looking up. Yeah. So that's what I grabbed. And I was immediately hooked. Like, I really loved slasher films. And I would get more slashers. I was allowed up to like 4 rentals a night.
Damn.
So I would go home and watch these fucking movies. And I would keep them like for a few days because, you know, I couldn't watch them all at the same time.
Yeah. When you had to rewind them bitches when you were
had to
done with
rewind them, yeah. But we had a fucking thing that you took it out and then you had the rewinder and shit.
Same.
Nice. I fucking loved those things, man.
Shout out to VCRs.
Shout out to VCRs and their peripherals. Was that the right word?
No, is that what they're called? VCRs, right?
Yeah, it was
Where you put
VCRs.
the tapes in?
Yeah, VCRs.
shout out to 'em.
VCRs were the system, and VHS was.
Yeah, VHS was the tape.
Was the tape, because Betamax was before that, and that
was before our time. That's a little too far back.
I'm 1984, bro.
My bad.
No, I'm right there, man.
Mine was VHS growing up.
Yeah. But no, that's really what kind of kept me in the horror realm, dude. And then I remember Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday coming out, and I went to go see that. That was pretty awesome. And then I just kind of stayed in that realm. My tastes have definitely evolved over the years. You're a very loud neighbor that we discussed in the archives of Horror Tube.
A Horror Tube.
Horror Tube. There's only been 2 episodes, so you don't have to go back very far. But yeah, that's basically my horror origins, man.
What about
shout
you?
Out to horror.
With I like that question of, do you feel like your favorite type of genre and movie style, is it different from how it was back then? Like your screams and stuff, is it all the same? Are you still in love with that, or do you feel like it's become number 2 at least?
See, I really love, I guess you would call them smart horrors. Okay.
Are we talking like fourth wall break type, like Scream kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are always, I think, going to be my favorite, like, portion of the genre.
Yeah.
Because I love the mystery element of them.
You like to guess who the killer is.
I like to guess who the killer is. I love how they're relevant to a time period.
So you could say you kind of like the Scooby-Doo style of, by the end you want to find out who the murderer is and why and what pushed him.
Well, see, but that also translates to my thrillers too.
Okay.
So like you take Identity and you take Seven and all that type of shit. That's,
yeah.
Those are the areas that I like to be in. I like to use my brain, but I also like the ultra violence.
But
too.
that's pretty much what I said. It's just
right.
Hold
on, I gotta do that because I think that's gonna make lots of noises.
Well, I was gonna say they haven't been moving, so that's why they were stuck to my chest.
There's the sprinkler.
Because just as long as, like you said, just as long as there's a little bit of thought process to it, and it's not just like, it's because you gave me a flat tire, so I just decided to kill all your friends.
Right.
Like,
Right.
the reason has to be good.
Right. So that's kind of like always been my bread and butter. But I think another genre that is growing on me, they're kind of like both at the same time, would be that culty style,
Yeah.
like you said. And I watched that documentary, the folklore documentary, and I shouted it out in one of the previous episodes. In our folklore episode, actually, when we did Wicker Man versus Wicker Man. So that's also a really good episode, by the way.
Oh, very
Go back and check that out.
Indeed.
We were both on like fucking super awesome mode that day. But yeah, I really like that genre, like the Hereditaries, the Midsommars, the stuff like that. Ari Aster films, or Oster, however.
Ass blaster.
Ari Ass Blaster. But I'm also finding myself really enjoying, like, not necessarily the creepy kid paranormal,
I get what you mean.
but
Kind of like, what was the Brightburn? Kind of like that kind of shit too, because that's technically horror.
that's technically horror, yeah. But like movies kind of like in the realm of what Shudder was.
Okay.
Like movies that are like they have curses or there's stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like I like the curse movies.
There's a really good Korean film that's like that. Oh, what is it called? It's kind of like a. Ooh, I definitely gotta try to remember this because I'll tell you the name when I find it again. It's like these girls are talking through the phone through two different time periods. One's in like the 70s and one's in like 2012. And there's like a big mystery and curses involved. You'll like it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. But yeah, you gotta let me know. Like definitely. But I think that also goes into the same realm of mysteries.
Yeah.
Because typically in those type of movies, you have to figure out what's causing the curse or what's going on or da-da-da-da-da. But the fucking strange thing is about all of this, is I don't like regular mysteries. Like, you give me Sherlock Holmes, I'll go to fucking sleep, bro.
I'll say snoozer.
I like the intense mysteries. You know what I'm saying?
Because you never feel really in fear of people in those movies. Like, you're gonna lose your favorite character.
Right.
In like a 7, it's kind of like Saul, pretty much. With the way
you
you
don't
find
fucking
them.
know,
You know what I mean? You don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
So, yeah. But you know that someone's going to die.
Right.
It's those kind of dark horrors that have those mysteries, not just
Right.
like who stole the bread and butter from the kitchen.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Those are my favorite like genres,
Nice.
of horror. I guess
Say, man, if you ever got the bread, I would recommend Outlast.
I have
At
Outlast.
least the second one. The second
I
one
have
is the
both of
best
them.
one. Have you played through them though? You don't even need to play the first one, dude. Just play 2.
Just play 2.
I promise you'll love it. I think because it is very comparable to like more modern horror. It's not just a corny ass insane asylum like the first one.
Okay.
You're actually in like the mountains of some rural, like some random ass town. You'll like it.
Gotcha.
A lot of mind fuckery in that one.
Speaking of mountains and stuff, are you planning on getting Sons of the Forest or no?
No.
Oh. Not your
No, for me.
Gotcha.
I might be streaming Outlast soon.
Word. Well, we still would have to get the Twitch thing. So is there anything else in our origins of horror? Or do you think we rambled on about that for too much?
No, I think that's good.
Right.
'Cause at that point, it'd just be us naming just movies that came out around the time we watched our.
Right.
Got an horror, I mean.
So I don't know if you saw my post last night. At the time that we're doing this, it's Saturday, and I made the post Friday. I watched Megan.
I have not. I forgot they had the uncut version out.
Yeah, the uncut version hit Peacock on February 24th, which was yesterday. And I won't say any spoilers.
All I want to know is, are the kills good? Do you know me well? Do you think I'll enjoy the kills?
Nope.
Damn.
If you want a highly stylized thriller that can pass for a light horror,
Okay.
then there you go. That's the movie for you.
What are the kills compared to the first season of Chucky?
Oh, God, no.
Like worse?
Bro, if they... Okay, the PG-13 version must have only had like one kill in it or something. Because I never seen the PG-13 version. I've only watched the unrated. But there was barely any kills.
Oh, man.
It's one of those movies. It's one of those movies where it benefits from being a time period movie. Because,
That's frustrating.
like I said, light horror. I'll give you one of the things, just one. Okay? It's, you know, where she's like, I think you should run.
Yeah.
And the kid in the woods starts running, the bully, and she's on all fours running after him. She rips his ear off. But it stretches to an astronomical level before, like, dude, I'm saying like out here.
Reed Richards' ear?
Dude, yeah. Yeah, it stretches at least a good foot
Okay.
before it rips. And then it does like this quick close-up of the rip. And it's kind of like some blood squirting. And then it just goes to him holding his ear and like backing up and screaming.
Oh, man.
Like,
Oh, I just want a more brutal Chucky.
I don't think you're
Like-
going to get a more brutal
And,
Chucky.
and that's what sucks, because like she was actually kind of like tall, like a normal person,
Right.
or a little kid at least.
Right.
And it would have been a little bit more realistic to have him hold like a bat and kill you instead of some fucking toddler ass dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just lock him in a fucking cage forever. Like
Right.
put him in a metal box and never unlock it.
Never unlock it. He's going to stay there.
Before you know, the TV show gave him clones on clones on clones on
Well, I mean,
clones.
remember, Andy kept the fucking head
Yeah.
in a box for years.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it definitely benefits from that Billie Eilish song being in there. Let me tell you that.
So
It's-
it kind of got the Suicide Squad treatment, where it's like the soundtrack was better than the movie.
It got okay, I'll put it on par when I talk about a stylized thriller. The Invisible Man.
The most recent one with the
Yes.
suit.
Yes. It's on par with that.
Okay. Ugh.
That
So it's like a strong B+ flick.
Yes. Yeah, it's on par with The Invisible Man. If I wanted to do a
Okay.
marathon of stylized thrillers that can
Gotcha.
pass as light horrors, those two are definitely on this list.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'll definitely take my time watching that shit then.
Yeah, if you want to talk about it a little bit more in depth, because it does deal with a very, very time accurate problem where kids are spending way too much face time
Oh.
on electronics, and the
You sound
separation
like a dad.
no, and
No,
the
I know.
separation of electronics
Yeah.
from them and like how they act. It's a very, very like topical conversation.
Okay.
And they do it in the way that it's not like overly political and in your face,
Okay.
but they make it make sense. So, like I said, if
There's
you
a
do,
message, but it's not that's the theme, is the message.
right? So if you want to watch it and discuss it, like Future and Horror Wars or even HorrorTube, go for it. But like you said, if you're not really like, oh God, we have to talk about
Yeah.
this, then take your time and we'll talk about it whenever you fucking talk,
Yeah, I was gonna
whenever
say.
you watch it.
I'll eventually get curious and be like, fuck it, let's watch it. But
Right.
right now, it doesn't sound that interesting. Now, Infinity Pool, I'm definitely checking out tonight.
Yeah, you gotta see Infinity Pool, dude. What else? Mortal Kombat 12 was announced.
Oh, yes.
We're keeping it in the realm of horror
Because
here.
it's technically a horror fighting
It's
game.
a horror fighting game, yeah. How you feeling about that, bro?
I'm hyped. It's going to be weird because in Mortal Kombat 11, they pretty much hit the reset button on the whole story.
Yeah.
There's going to be characters that don't exist anymore. Liu Kang's now the Thunder God. Spoilers for a 6-year-old game.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be probably brand new characters, a brand new storyline. I'm very curious, but like always, and this goes to show my still having that love for the gore aspect of things, like my Saw and my Hostel, I love the fatalities. I look forward to the fatality compilations. And the fact that, some may not know, in the more recent Mortal Kombats, they've always brought in at least one horror movie guest character.
Yep.
In Mortal Kombat 10, there was 4, Leatherface, Jason, Alien, Predator.
Yeah.
So
Freddy was in
9
or 8? 9, yeah. So yeah, there's always a horror presence.
Shit, they even put regular movie people. Rambo is in 11. Terminator.
Yeah. Yep.
Spawn is in
Spawn
11.
is in
He's
11.
horror.
He's horror, yeah.
So Spawn is in 11. So
Ooh, speaking of Spawn, some news has kind of hit on the new Spawn movie that they've been filming.
Okay. Is Keith David still the voice?
I don't know. I honestly haven't been keeping any track of the movie.
Okay.
Because Todd McFarlane has sounded like a raving lunatic when he talks about it.
We'll make it one day.
No. It's like, I mean, he's talking like it doesn't follow the comics. It doesn't do this.
So? It's Spawn, dude.
Right. But apparently they have now gone into the like 7th time cutting the film.
Jesus.
Because the MPA won't fucking
approve
it.
Really? Oh, I can't wait now.
Yeah. So, and he also said it's going to be very horror, like based. So yeah, I think it's going to be good, but it's one of those movies where I haven't been keeping track of it because the creator just sounds like a fucking lunatic.
Going back to the Mortal Kombat thing, who would you like to see in 12? If you could pick one horror movie icon that you could bring in, and it can be, it doesn't even have to be one of the popular ones. It can be just one you know, and people can look it up.
Oh no, it'll definitely be a popular one. Ghostface.
Ooh.
I would love to see Ghostface in a fucking Mortal Kombat game.
And they've done plenty of fighting games.
They've done plenty of fighting games, and not to mention, this new Ghostface seems like he's more ethereal, more spectral, or you know,
more like you said before, like a phantom.
Yeah.
And it seems a lot more tactical too, like a more recent Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it could, because they've done plenty of knife fighters, and I would say I would go with Michael Myers. If they can do Jason, they can do Michael.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So.
I feel that. But oh, dude, and plus he could have the double barrel sawed-off shotgun too that he has in the trailer,
Which they did for Ash, because he's a character.
And Terminator and Rambo.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, Ash
so-
isn't in it. What am I talking about?
No, but Ash would be fucking dope
Ash
too.
would be cool too. That's what people wanted for 11.
Yeah, Ash would be dope in 12. You give me fucking dude, if there was like a horror pack,
Yeah.
let's say.
They did do that for 10.
So let's say if we could have our dream horror pack here real quick, we would have Ash.
It would be 4 people.
Okay, so we've already basically picked 3. Ghostface, Ash,
Michael
Myers. I think you would need a more like monster one. I would say fucking Pumpkinhead, bro. I think Pumpkinhead should be the 4th. What do you think?
I don't know. That's so tough.
If you could just have one more.
Okay, if we're going with the monsters, a monster-y type one.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, I'm thinking of a monster-y one. I would go with someone from the Hills Have Eyes.
Ooh.
Real fucking ghoulish and like more brutal and, rabid. Because there was a one in 10, his name was, it was called Ferritor. It was this big-ass dude that had like a kid riding on its back. And they were used like fucking horses, but it was just a big swole dude. Something like that, but from the Hills Have Eyes.
That'd be fucking cool, man.
Leatherface was cool in Mortal Kombat too.
He was just this hulking fucking brute, man, with the chainsaw and shit. And yeah, if you could do Leatherface, you could fucking do Ash.
Oh, 100%.
So, yeah, those are our picks if they would ever do a horror pack.
Oh, and before we go, I was thinking about this because the Joker is in Mortal Kombat 11. Do you consider Batman to be a horror comic?
Yeah.
Within the past like 10 years before it was just like detective whack.
I mean, honestly, I would say Nightfall would be like the beginning of the deeper storytelling, which has led to shit like the Court of Owls
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
The one where the Joker cut his face off.
Yeah, Death
Death
of the Family.
Death of the Family, yeah.
Because Death in the Family was when he butchered Jason Todd.
Yeah.
But Death of the Family is when he did all the crazy shit. Yeah. But no, yeah, I think, okay. There was an artist in the 90s. I fucking hated his art style. Hated it. Hated it with the fiery passions from hell. But I respect it now. Because when I was younger, Batman was a hero.
Yeah.
Joe Kelley always drew Batman as this fucking pointy-eared, not demon, but just like overbearing fucking like anger. And I hated it.
What was his name?
Joe Kelley. But he has an extremely horror vibe to his way of drawing. And as I've gotten older, I've very much appreciated how he draws Batman because, yeah, I think...
Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
I think now that art style can be more appreciated with the comic telling that's going on.
Yeah.
If you were to put Joe Kelley's fucking style into Batman now, dude.
I can see it from looking it up.
And that's why I love, if you look up again real quick, there's the Batman White Knight.
Same dude?
No, it's called White Knight. I forget who the creator of it is. But,
Batman, right?
yeah, Batman White Knight. But it's a really horror, action-y style.
He's like crying blood.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. White Knight's a wild fucking concept. It's on the DC Black label.
Oh, that Beyond the White Knight cover.
Yeah,
Sick.
Beyond the White Knight, because it's an alternate timeline. White Knight dealt with a lot of things. Then it was the Joker and a bunch of other like political stuff. Then there was the second one that dealt with Azrael and Bane and a bunch of other things. And now the third one is dealing with Batman Beyond.
Oh shit.
And yeah, dude, it's fucking amazing. Amazing series. Oh, and Superman is getting introduced now too, and he looks really awesome.
Nice.
But if Joe Kelley were to do something Batman now, I would absolutely fucking adore it.
Yeah.
So
imagine an animated Batman movie with that kind of drawing.
Oh my god, dude.
Because let's be real, man. DC animated movies are pretty good.
Yeah, they're fucking intense. Dude.
They're in my opinion better than their live action.
I just saw this one scene from a movie that I haven't seen yet, and I gotta find it. But Darkseid.
Control Batman?
No, completely fucking obliterated Supergirl. Like, I mean,
killed
her.
Out because
and then Superman rises the fuck up and just destroys him. I'm like, what fucking movie is that? Because that shit got me hyped, dog. Like,
is that the one, if you watch the whole thing, where Superman goes to walk by Darkseid and he grabs his coat?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
He beats the shit out of that motherfucker, man. Yep. Yeah, so I guess this is the end of HorrorTube. Because if not, we're just going to keep fucking talking.
So the consensus is that can be considered horror.
Batman can be considered horror. I would agree. Oh my god, this is our longest episode.
Thank you for listening to HorrorTube.
Thank you. We hit 45 minutes almost.
Hey, that's about the usual anyway for HorrorTube.
27 minutes.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Give you a double episode.
Yeah. Ho Jove until next Saturday.
For Horror Wars.
For Horror Wars.
Horror Wars. All right. Anyway, should we tell everybody what Horror Wars is this week?
Yeah. It's always for the YouTubers.
It's always for the YouTubers, yeah. We're doing Omen versus Omen.
Oh, I didn't even know this, so I'm learning about it too.
Yeah, Omen versus Omen this week.
And what's the horror club?
Orphan.
You cheeky bastard.
Oh, you cheeky bastard.
Ew, that was gross.
Ew.
It makes you feel weird.
We're gonna do fucking Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing our 2 joke categories for that week.
Nope.
Fuck.
So yeah, Omen versus Omen and Orphan is going
That's
to
gonna
be
be a banger, kid.
next week. Yeah.
It's no affiliation with any gangs. Just think that word's funny.
I love that you clarify that every
I just have to
episode.
make sure, man. You never know.
Yeah, I know.
I just think that word's funny.
All right, so thank you for listening to another episode of HorrorTube,
HorrorTube.
and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.